Y'all know how I do. Y'all know how I do. I'm on that bullshit again.
Let me tell y'all a little story about me. In the boxing world, my name is Mr. IOTBA. The acronyms for IOTBA is
Mr. Undeniable. Hold up. Mr. These boys can't touch me.
Daisy if you do. Bet I ain't got shit to prove. Boo does go tooth, Lil Bruce, smile sharp enough to choose. Bang, bang, right through your cool. Walking like a rumor with a pose. Lip curl sweeter than your cold. My eyes say try me and you freeze like song. Got your huggle. You wanted that smoke, I'm the whole damn stack. Got your huggle. Step up, I'll clear the room. You're a daisy if you do. You're a daisy if you do.
R-U-L.
All laces in my hand, better back. Tongue sharp like a tag, hit a click, clack. You wanted that heat, now it's time to meet the sun. No shade, just black. Walk slow, silver in my lap. Halo, crooked heart attack. Say a piece, talk that trash. I turn every word to glass. Cut deep.
Oh shit. It's your boy Mr. IOTBA. I'm touching down from there too. 1, 4. And I'm on that bullshit again. I'm on that bullshit today, right? Y'all know how I do. Y'all know how I do. I was scrolling up my articles, and what do I see? So see, y'all know how I do. Y'all know how I do. I must address the bullshit. R-U-L. Truth.
The wind hums low, a hollow refrain through cracked window panes. It calls my name. The clock ticks slow. Its echo stays. Each moment drags, then slips away. Blue curtains are hiding all my pain. Blue curtains are dancing in the rain. Blue curtains keep the shine far away. Blue curtains won't let me escape. The walls close in, shadows stretch along. Night wears a mask where dreams don't belong. A bird once sang, now silent it lies. The sky holds no stars, just clouded sighs. The pain's a prison, the glass cuts deep. Eyes wide open, yet I can't sleep. Blue curtains are hiding all my pain. Blue curtains are dancing in the rain. Every thread pulls tighter, leaving no space.
Man, shout out to everybody on here from that 214 to across the states, to across the pond. Good morning and salute. You and I'm rocking with your guy, RFD, aka Ray from Dallas. Man, good morning to you beautiful people. Man, shout out to Pretty Kooky. You know, with both of them songs right there, though. But that last one, Blue Curtains, man, hold up. Man, hold up. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. Nicola, Lois, Jordan, Pretty Kooky, None Your Business, Dizzy. Man, what's popping, everybody? Good morning. Oh, what type of morning is it is? It's a morning that people thinking about these closing statements. That's what type of morning I see it as. People thinking about them closing statements, right? As they should, right? Because everybody, okay, definitely, everybody can have their opinion on something, but how do we know that this closing argument ain't gonna be the nail in the coffin for either side? Case is real tricky for me, right? It's sad. This case is sad, right? It's sad on both ends because you got the he say, she say. It's confusing because you hear two different stories of how it happened. And it's also horrific, you know, for Kelsey, you know, even saying she want to take herself out, or Officer Noonan shooting her. It's a horrific situation, right? In closing arguments, they aren't evidence, right? But they are the final thing you get to say to the judge to nail everything that you've been preaching throughout this process. So they do make a difference, right? And I'm excited to see both sides and see how they're going to present this. Because, you know, you hear, you know, people saying Kelsey, you know, a lot of, and you know, we feel sorry for her, right? For her getting shot and what she went through, right? You know, it just also, you got to think about her wanting to just let her life away. And if she, you know, if that was successful, that baby would have grew up without no mama. So that's why this plays who the judge believe, right? I mean, I know it's about a shot, right? But she stated she was trying to shoot herself, and if you bringing a gun up or have a gun or whatever, you know, like, we never know, right? But like I stated, it's not up to us, it's up to the judge, right? And I'm excited for this because I've been really paying attention to these trials lately. And I'm excited about this closing argument. But before we do that, man, please, if y'all on any other social media, right? I mean, rock with me, man. I just ask y'all to share this, like this, you know, show up, show out for me. Because it's definitely appreciated. I don't want y'all to think that's not appreciated. You know, it helps these algorithms and NIMS get up. So what we're gonna do is finna play this little right here, then we're gonna get to the show, y'all. I'm gonna play, and you know, man, shout out to Pretty Cookie, man. So we'll give y'all a chance to do that. Then we're gonna get to it, and we're gonna go over a little Kelsey testimony.
The wind hums low, a hollow refrain through cracked window panes. It calls my name. The clock ticks slow. Its echo stays. Each moment drags, then slips away. Blue, blue curtains are hiding all my pain. Blue, blue curtains are dancing in the rain. Blue, blue curtains keep the shine far away. Blue, blue curtains won't let me escape. The walls close in, shadows stretch along. Night wears a mask where dreams don't belong. A bird once sang, now silent it lies. The sky holds no stars, just clouded sighs. The pains of prison, the glass cuts deep, eyes wide open, yet I can't sleep. Blue, blue curtains are hiding all my pain. Blue, blue curtains are dancing in the rain. Blue, blue curtains keep the shine far away. Blue, blue curtains won't let me escape. Oh, if I could tear 'em down, let the light pour through. But they hang like chains, stitched with sorrow's hue. Every fold whispers secrets I can't erase. Every thread pulls tighter, leaving no space.
Salute, salute, salute. We back, man. I appreciate Pretty Cookie for sharing this for me. Wish we can get other people on here to share it for me. That'll really help boost it. Right? But yeah. Let's get to Kelsey testimony.
Fitzsimmons.
How old are you?
I'm 29.
Do you mind? I'm just pulling the
Yes.
mic a little bit closer just so that we can hear you.
Is that better?
And I didn't hear your last answer. You're how
I'm
old?
29 years old.
29. Thank you. Yeah, that's better. Thank you.
And what's the town of your residence?
Currently, Newburyport.
Where'd you grow up?
I grew up in Methuen,
Methuen?
Massachusetts.
And did you live there your whole life?
Most of it, yes.
Did you go to high school there?
I did.
And where did you go?
Methuen High School,
When did you graduate?
2015.
And you lived there with your parents and your family?
Yeah, I lived with my mom and my dad. There were two different houses.
Tell the judge a little bit about your upbringing and your family and who's it.
So I have my mom, my dad, my mom Lauren, my dad Steven, my older brother, my biological older brother Steven Jr., and then I have my stepfather William Page, his two kids that I consider my brother and sister, Madison and William.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear the names.
My younger brother and sister are Madison and William.
Madison and William. Did you say that they were stepsiblings?
They are step, yes.
Try to keep your voice up.
Okay, sorry.
Use the mic.
Another thing I think about, right? Everybody got a difference of opinion. Kelsey is a beautiful woman, sweet. You know, she looked beautiful, right? But she got all them people, and she was ready to give it away, right? And I know this case is about who was at fault, her or Noonan, right? But you know, for her to say she want to do that and she was trying to wait, right, until the police, I'm just a little torn. She's beautiful. I have sympathy for her. I really do, but I just don't know who in the right. I don't know if she in the right. I don't know. Because she got all these people. She was ready to give it away. That ain't me making something up. She said it. But let's continue.
Kind of like I am with that.
Okay.
All right, thanks, Kelsey. So you guys are a close family, right?
Yes,
And they've been with you through this process the whole time, right?
the whole time.
When did you graduate? high school?
Another thing bothered me, I know two different cases, but I think about Corey Richards, right? And I think about all the reasonable doubt there. But they said circumstantial evidence, right? And that's how that case was proved. And they said beyond a reasonable doubt on every count. Right? And, you know, people saying it's reasonable doubt here. Okay, I'm not arguing about that, but it just, is it choppy? Let me know if it's choppy. Let me know if it's choppy, my people. Was it choppy? Okay, so give me a few seconds. Because I want to talk a little bit, like real talk, because, you know, we look at a case off a case, right? We don't look at a case, you know, of sympathy. Can you have sympathy? Yeah, absolutely. But this woman said she wanted to kill herself, right? She lied about the gun, right? You know, people on her say, oh, she was going crazy. Was she? But she was thinking about not being selfish and letting the police officers shoot her, right? That's what I think about. I look at that state of mind, you know, and, you know, lying about if it was a gun there, right? And then I think about everybody there. Her mother was there. Her baby was there. The police was there. And she said she was ready to do that, right? And I know people have a lot of time with Justin. You know, hey, I'm not looking at this personal or nothing. With him, I look at a judge signed off to give him custody of that child. And I know, and good morning, Lollipop. Good morning, y'all. And I look at it as I heard about the confrontation. I know that has nothing to do with this case, right? But I heard she was slapping up everybody, right? That's what I heard, right? Then her best friend come in, right, and testify against her. That means nothing. I mean, I know two different cases. I'm just looking at it, right? Because Corey Richards, it was so much reasonable doubt there. So much. You may think she's guilty. The circumstantial evidence may lead into it. Right? But this is about who was in the right. And I'm thinking about she wanted to kill herself. She was trying to do it. She said the officers went downstairs. She had a chance to do it. Right? And I'm just being honest. It ain't about no favoritism with me or nothing when I'm looking at something, because I'm trying to be as honest and sterile as I can. And I think the state of mind plays a lot into it. She want to kill herself, so it's not reasonable for a judge to think like, oh man, she probably did point her gun. That's not reasonable. Then, I think about what went on, on that trip. She's a feisty one, right? And I know everybody. I know what y'all gonna say. Y'all give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Y'all please stay here. Please don't leave me, man. I love y'all to death. Be right back in 60 seconds.
I'm the champion. Feel the rush. The crowd goes wild.
Obviously. Obviously. Yeah, obviously. Obviously. Yeah. Obviously. Tell them, obviously. I know these niggas don't want me to win, but I'm sorry, G. I know they thought I wouldn't come back and pose on them hoes, but nigga, it's time to eat. I got a vendetta. Any one of you niggas, I been better. Got them gritting their teeth without gritting at them. Took a second away from the table, it's time to feast. Heard they was mumbling, talking up under their breath. That nigga a hoe, he soft. That nigga lame. That nigga bitch, he pussy. I stood on business, that's law. I had them running that boots and tucking their tail and scared to put me on a song. I had them cuffing they bitch and thinking I hit. Shit, what you on? Couple years off, and I'm back in this motherfucker, nigga. Do somebody, then fuck your recognition. You don't like I'm spitting, nigga, better shoot somebody. The game and full of clowns, I don't believe you sucker niggas. Better leave me be, okay? Niggas better watch their speech, okay? You better than me, no way, Jose. I could be cutthroat and I'm all out, but I let them get paid for a minute. Let them look gang for a minute, but really they hate, cause I never look lame for an image. Never be fake, I'm a realist, I'm solid. I went out and got it, I promise I'm with it. Want me to switch up and get soft on so you can make it, I promise I get it. I know some secrets I never tell, but most of you rap niggas got bitch ways. Quit the
We back. Salute. It's an intent to operative word. I'll read some of these comments. Bring some of these comments up. Let me see. Okay. All right, pretty cookie. She said something. Jordan said Kelsey glows when she talk about her body, her baby. Their family is sick and evil for what they did to her. I mean, yeah, she, of course. I mean, I could believe she glowing now. But what about that day she said she wanted to off herself? Was she glowing then? Was she thinking about the baby then? That's what I think about. It's not harsh. It's just reality, right? Was she thinking about the baby then? I don't know how this case gonna go. I don't, right? I don't know how it's gonna go. But was she thinking about the baby then? Is she sick, right? For saying she wanted to
do that to herself? You know, is she sick? Like I know we can say her family, but is she? Is Kelsey sick? I just want to know. I just want to know. Pretty Cookie say, pew pew 2 seconds. Pew seemed excessive in my opinion. So you believe it was excessive? And then y'all say, and then I'm gonna come to your question. I see. Look, I see a question. I see an answer come on. None of your business. Say no. Like really? Y'all don't think she was excessive? I mean, she was sick. You know what I'm saying? Like she was ready to give it all up. You know, let's be honest. You know, I understand I lost a baby before. Right. I lost a baby before. So when me thinking about like her saying she wanted to off herself, right? Knowing I know that feeling about losing a baby, that sticks with me. It sticks with me. And it's in a wrecked manner at that. Yeah. Yeah. And I think I said this, Dizzy say Justin was gaslighting her and making her think she was crazy. Making her? It's hard to say. I mean, yeah, but, you know, the episode she had, I know they don't come into this trial. I'm just thinking about the episode she had out there at the bachelor and bachelorette party. I don't even know the full details on that. I know she was slapping some people. So I have to keep away from this case and take a break for some reason it has affected me. I can't imagine being away from my baby. Plus the betrayal, it didn't have to go this way. Yeah, nobody couldn't imagine, right? That's a hard thing. But you know, we all have choices, and the choice she made wasn't a good choice for her. That's accountability. Accountability for her, right? And just being honest. Yeah, I couldn't imagine. But then she also said she wanted to end it all. What if she would have did that? Thank you, Jesus. She didn't. What if she would have did that? What if? You know, and that's a real question. What if? You know, what if? But her intent to pew pew, no. No. And that means something to me that she actually said she was ready to do that. Her mama was there. Baby, you know, leaving at the house. Police was there. She had 2 weeks to go seek that order. And you know, I disagree. But with the lawyer, you know, he said a jury would have took that in the wrong way. Her saying, you know, you're gonna see with the prosecutor said you're gonna see your baby again in 2 weeks, right? And she said 2 weeks to my mother like me, that's like an eternity. Like, and I'm thinking, Kelsey, you put yourself in this position. As a matter of fact, thank God you didn't do it, but if you would have went through with it, that baby wouldn't have been seeing you at all. No. I'm being honest. Like, it's hoes all in Officer Noonan. Go look at my other videos, right? Got on him too. That's why I don't know where it's gonna go, but I'm being honest about it. I'm not raising at her. Like, I don't want nobody to ever go through that. No. I don't want nobody to ever go through that. That's terrible. Did I just tell you I lost my baby? Right? So that's why it hit home with me. If y'all, anybody ever experienced losing a child? Right? And her state of mind was she was ready to, wanted her to be cool, calm, and collective. I did. Listen, when you say stood on business. Yeah. Who stood on business? Not your business. Kelsey? And Dizzy said, yes, but she was seeking help. Not at that moment she wasn't seeking help. That's just the truth. She lied about the gun. Like I said, I'm speaking on her because her testimony was that we heard everybody else. The only person we was working her for was her. Right? Oh. Okay. I say, yeah, but she was seeking help. Not at that moment. Yeah, and those, so, and Sabina said all that hit her once, and her mind started running simulation, and it was almost even worse. I get that. Don't know Justin, right? Don't know him, right? Don't know him. But the simulations that's going through her head, that's hard for me to hear. Like, it's just hard for me to think about the stimulations that was going through her head. I get it. But people hear me talk about the room, talk about, this and, like, man, it's hard for me to. And then she said she didn't plan to do it, but in the moment, she saw that was the only way out. Ooh. And that's my point right there. That's my point. Only way out. And can we honestly say that it's not possible? Right? Like, with this comment, she seen no way out. But in her testimony, all the things that was going through her head and what she was saying, right? She was remembering now letting everybody say she was cuckoo. She said, I was thinking about this, I was thinking about that. Like, oh. In that one moment when everything was being taken away, I honestly can't tell you what I would have done. Plus, she had PPD. Yes, true. 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 But the thing is, it's the thing is, you live to work hard another day to get out them circumstances that had happened to her. She had that option. That's honest. It's honest truth. She had that option. I feel sorry. I think, kids supposed to be with their mothers at all times. But she had that option, y'all. Right? To live, to work hard, to fight, and get back what's right, like she fighting in court. She had that option. She shouldn't be in court for this. That option she had should have been fighting for. She had that, just being honest. That is the intention of gaslighting by its very definition. Gaslighting. Can you remind me what I'm gaslighting about? Dizzy, appreciate the comment. She was also pregnant again, right? Was she? I ain't heard that. You may be right. I don't know. I got no quit, so it's hard to see people just give up so fast. Yeah. People say she went crazy. Did she really? Or did she have a chance to see another day to work through that? Like, is we gonna look at that too? Or is we gonna say she was just crazy? She just went bananas. She went cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Which, the way she was recalling and saying, I don't want to, she didn't want to be selfish, right? Shooting herself in front of the police. I was like, huh? I'm thinking, is selfish doing that period, lady? It's selfish doing that, period. Right? And that matters to me, right? Because is Kelsey crazy now? Do we see her get on that stand and speak very well? Yes, we did. Is she crazy now? Or are we going to say in that moment, right? Where in that moment, she wasn't thinking about the baby. She wasn't thinking about her mama, who she said was her best friend, who she called over there. And it's hard for me. I'm not, just being honest. She didn't even put up a fight for her baby. Yeah, she was, you know, I get it, y'all. That's hard if your kid get took, right? But the kid wasn't going like to the state, it was going to the father. It's hard. And then I seen a bunch of people talking about the dog too. I'm like, huh? What is with? She said they took my baby and my dog. You said you want to. In that moment, she had a guardian angel looking out for her or something because it's America 100%. And I'm glad she's still here. I truly mean that from the bottom of my heart. I truly believe that from the bottom of my heart. And hopefully everything goes well with her. Hopefully it do. When I think about her, right, I wonder if she is well, right? Like hire best lawyers and duke it out in the court. Facts. Right, facts. You know, but that's not, and and I don't hear nobody talking about that. Right? It's such this big discussion about this, and that was okay, but what about nailing in on how she? It's tough. People don't survive getting shot at point blank. Some people do. That's not true. You know, and I remember this as this rage bait now. It's just me speaking the truth, right? It is me speaking the truth. Like just speaking my truth, not knowing if it's the truth. Just giving my observation, not my truth. My observation. And I remember that's what saying you are right. I'm not. That's why in my opinion, for me, it was dangerous, cry for attention, help with near fatal consequences. Yeah. Then she was riding by, what was their name? Hunter House. It's like, ugh. But she did survive and has renewed purpose. And maybe we should just keep encouraging her to keep living. Absolutely. Of course. We're not encouraging her not to. I'm definitely not doing that. I'm talking about the case. And she said on the stand yesterday she wanted to do that. And obviously she said she's glad she didn't do that. But that's what she said she wanted to do. Yeah, I definitely. Anybody who's going through that, I want you to get better. Yeah, that's what she said, still on business, yeah. She did say that. No, I look, no. I don't take, listen, I want everybody. I don't take nothing as criticism or nothing. I promise y'all that. Please, I want y'all to talk. Tell me how y'all feel. right? And I don't take it like that. I just like answering the question. I promise everybody that. So don't ever think that y'all can't say nothing. Say it. Mr. Best, I almost went too far, but I couldn't leave a mess for my family to clean up. Different reasons, different methods, but I know what she feels about that. Well, different reasons, different methods. True. And I get it. But why not wait, like they said, or why not wait for the police to leave? And I'm glad that didn't happen. So in actuality, it's probably don't want her to get shot, but if that's the case, why you didn't wait for the police to leave? Right? They say, oh, they would have took out her guns. Man, this is the world we live in. Y'all know how easy it is to get a gun? I'm just saying. Whatever reason she found to keep going. No judgment for me. Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, I don't feel like it's judgment. I don't feel like nobody giving judgment. I feel like we're just giving our observation of what we see. And my observation of what I see was her it's just my opinion. You can't just say she is honest in this. She ain't no peach in this. Can we agree on that, everybody? She ain't no peach in this. Can we agree on that? She ain't no peach in this. And that ain't me being insensitive. It's just me giving my observation. My only daughter is 26 now, and I still have no problem rocking orange if anyone, if for my child, her dad, or whoever. Absolutely. Absolutely 100%. But this was a court order paper to take the baby out, right? I know, like, Wooty, but it was still court order. It was still court order. It wasn't them messing with her. It was a court order. She had to do that, right? It's different from somebody going to intentionally mess with somebody. But this was a court order that she didn't like. And it wasn't, not being insensitive, it wasn't about her feelings that she didn't like it, right? It was a court order because a lot of men go through this, right? And men don't get, and I'm just speaking of men getting court ordered or having, their rights took, right? And it's not, shout out to the beautiful Mary B, it's not a lot of noise on that, right? It's not a lot of noise on that. Like when men get their rights took, they have to go to court. They have to do this when a woman is being vindictive to them. And I'm just speaking not on that, but like it's no noise for man, not the situation. I'm talking about for man, period. It's no noise. We don't talk about that, and 9 times out of 10, the judge is delivering for the woman. Nine times out of 10. 9 times out of 10. 9 times out of 10, y'all. People have moments of weakness that they wish they could have back. Absolutely. 100%. That is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. 100% agree. But still, that moment is what's being looked at in this case, right? And that moment means something to me. Like the law, the judge, he's the final decision maker. That's just the truth. The judge is the final decision maker. It's not us. The judge is. But I'm telling you, my observation, that weak moment mean a lot. On behalf of Kelsey, I was talking about the baby. Yeah, we were talking about that earlier, right? You live to fight another day. She had 2 weeks to go to court. Like, that bothered me on the stand, right? And shout out to my guy, the lawyer, you know. Respect him. I think that man is awesome. The truth, right? But that bothered me on the stand when the prosecutor said you was going to go to court in 2 weeks, right? And she said 2 weeks, my baby, it's like an eternity. It's not like 2 weeks, right? But ain't that the truth? You were going to go to court in 2 weeks. You live to fight another day. Man get dead like this all the time. All the time. All the time. All the time. Man don't have it fair in the court system. 98% of the time. Right? But you got to follow the order. Right? Like I said, she may be innocent. She may be good. I don't know. That's a judge's decision. I'm not a lawyer, right? But I done seen so much to where they dogging everybody else and forgetting Kelsey when her actions. Like Pretty Cookies, we were talking about this earlier. She should be in family court, not on trial. She should be in family court, not on trial. That's the truth. They weaponized the idea of crazy around her. And I would agree too, in some extent on that, but not in all extent, right? Not in all extent. Because crazy was saying you wanted to do something, you had an opportunity to do it and you didn't do it. If you said they walked downstairs, you were walking all over the house by yourself, right? I'm just saying. But I get it. I do think she went crazy. I think she felt so much hopelessness and despair. It's because it became overwhelming and she made a bad decision in one moment. Yeah. She made a bad decision. But I heard her say, I didn't want to be selfish. You didn't? You didn't want to live to fight another day and go to court? You had the opportunity to do it then, but, You didn't. You could have waited till the police leave, but you didn't. You didn't want to be selfish, but you said that you want to do that because the court ruled against you, right? Ruled against you. It's not the public, it's the court. They ordered that, and she didn't want to abide by it. That's what, it's the perception. That's what it is. Let's just be honest. She didn't want to abide by it, and because women, this is the truth, it never go good for men, right, in these situations. I see a lot of my partners, right, get did dirty. And they didn't make them bad decisions in one moment and still get did dirty. I'm just saying. In that moment, she was being selfish and, dare I say it, dramatic as fuck, like 0 to 200 miles per hour. I agree. 100%. Now, it's up to the judge to what he could prove. But like I say, for her to say she wants to do that, we looking the other way and don't think it's a possibility that she said the gun clicked, right? They both said that. Is this who you believe? Like I said, I was so off. It was so much reasonable doubt for Corey Richards. 2 different cases, but I'm talking about reasonable doubt. I'm talking about the reasonable doubt in Corey Richards' case. It was so much, it'll slap you so hard, it'll make you wake up and pay attention. Reasonable doubt meant nothing. But that's all I heard people talking about is reasonable doubt. Well, is it reasonable that she possibly could have pulled that gun? Is that reasonable? Is that reasonable? Or is it selective politics for certain people? And I hate that. Because that's what this world is. It's selective politics. Right? Is that what we're doing? Nobody cared about all the reasonable doubt. In the Corey Richards case, it just went through one or not the other. We don't care, she did it. Police didn't do their job then. But I heard people crying hard on here. In this Kelsey case, how the police didn't do their job. Did y'all see the Corey Richards case? But you know what? People gonna still say, oh, she's guilty. You didn't watch the case. You let the pretrial fool you, right? It was so much reasonable doubt. Police did a horrible job. The lead detective knew nothing. Nothing. And I remember I was in Turtle Boy chat, and I said, man, he was talking about Corey Richards. I said, I think she innocent. I think it's too much reasonable doubt there. Boy. And I respect everybody. Everybody was like, are you crazy? I said, y'all watching this case? Y'all can't be. Right? You can't be watching this case. Because reasonable doubt lost, and that reasonable doubt in that case was slapping the hell out of you. I'm just saying, because I hear reasonable doubt, reasonable doubt, reasonable doubt in this case. See, another case, Edric Frost, reasonable doubt. They screamed about that one. I give y'all credit on that. But not about Corey. She was just guilty. She was just guilty. Shout out to Naughty Dog in the building. Maybe she felt that in that moment, the baby was better off without her. I assume all mothers have that thought at some point, and most never say anything. Well, is that an excuse for a court order? I'm just asking. None your business. Like I say, talk that shit and tell me I'm wrong. I promise. I love just having these conversations. But is that an excuse for her not wanting to cooperate with a court order? Is that an excuse? Hold up. When Justin said, I'm scared, but think she's gonna shoot my baby, right? She said she wanted to do something to herself there. So how we know she wouldn't have did nothing to that baby? I'm not saying she would have. How we know she wouldn't have? I'm just asking. Pretty cool. This is my take from me. I think the opposite, like, ain't none better than me to raise mine. 100%. And it's crazy, right? People calling it weak moments, which is true, but a weak moment for a court order that she lost? I see women go through it, lose their kids to the state, but guess what? I see women fight back to get them. They do what they gotta do. It's a court order, like I said. Men go through this all the time. Shout out to the beautiful Lori Marie. And man get did dirty, but they got to abide by it, right? And she didn't want to. Yeah, and look, I'm tired. I want everybody to know, express y'all opinion to me. And like I say, this is just a conversation, right? Because today is a big day, closing arguments. You know, I'm hearing a lot of people say, man, the nail in the coffin. I'm like, oh, I say, really? They say the nail in the coffin, right? And I'm like, really? Huh. I mean, I guess people was right. Then, you know, they didn't look at no reasonable doubt on Corey. They said guilty. I was right then too, but it's just hard for me to. And they said, I'm glad she went to a bench trial over a jury, though, for real. You know what's scary about that, though? And not even that. They said, because, like I said, Lawyer you know is like one of the best in the business at breaking it down. Plus, he's a very successful civil lawyer, right? And his pedigree is just amazing. That's why I'm always watching him. But he said the jury would have felt sorry for her if they would have heard the prosecutor say, you know, you would have went to court in 2 weeks to see what was going on with your baby. 2 weeks, that's like an eternity for a mother, which is true. But men go through it all the time. And he said he probably would have lost the jury. For real? Ooh. That's scary, man. The judge looked factually, and by statutes, she brandished the pew-pew. And unfortunately, many are taken without pew-pews every day, yeah? Facts. Oh, wait, man. Shout out to Nada. Years ago, I felt exactly the same, wanted to take my life. My ex-wife went off with my kids, accused me of something which I would never ever do. I lost everything. I want to do the same thing. I agree. And I believe you 100%. Good morning, Christina. Good morning. I believe you 100%. When you go through stuff, yeah, everybody have. When you go through something like that, you have them thoughts. And look, you as a man, they did you dirty. You didn't do nothing. I know you didn't. But guess what, Naughty? They don't care about the man. They don't care about the man. And like you said, you lost everything because they didn't care about you. Right? Man, we basically lose before we get in there. That's just true. And I get it because, you know, what the world don't understand, this is more dramatic for man. And man have to deal through this. Men go through this more than women. I guarantee you. If you look up the percentage and they get did dirty, man, dude. Look, shout out to the homie Naughty, man. Salute, brother. Like I say, and God bless you for staying focused at the goal at hand. But like you say, you had thoughts, right? Shout out to the beautiful Charlie Rachel. You had thoughts because I know, and I'm not saying that Kelsey didn't, I'm just talking about man now. I know you got did dirty. I know that. For sure. 98% of men get did dirty. The woman gonna win. $90 but now I'm out. The other side at the time, it wasn't the best thing for me. But now I look back as it was. I enjoy life now. It was just a dark hole I was at one specific time. 100% agree. 100% agree. I'm telling you, everybody go through stuff like that. Not just even dealing with kids. Everybody be in dark places like that. I just can't get the fact that, and salute to everybody. I love y'all to death. Please have y'all opinion. Talk to me. Let me know if you don't agree. That's fine. That's what we do. That's what make the world go round. But I salute Naughty Dog, right? Because I believe you. 100%. And I salute you. 100%. Because that stigma and how men get did, oh, it's so dirty. In that court system when it comes to them kids. And that ain't talked about enough. Salute to my dog, Naughty Dog, man. Hold on, I got some new stuff. Salute to you, man. Let me try this right here real quick. Turn up for my boy Naughty. Man, I'm glad that he made it through that. Real talk. And nothing should be said, I almost didn't sure, but I said, fuck it. Thank you. During the shout to the beautiful other Mary bitch, she say, during the mid-2000s, it felt like at least in my county courts were starting to overcompensate and always favor fathers. Oh, wow. It's new to me. New to me. Right, and I'm not saying it have got better, right? But I got friends, it took them 13, 14 years. And like I said, this was a court order, y'all, a court order that she didn't want to abide by. Did I see your experience? Oh, yeah, I did see that, yep. I did see that. And they said, I'm sorry, no parent should have their rights taken away without evidence of wrongdoing. True, but it's the normal for the man. It's the normal. But now I always look at sharing my experiences. If anyone want to talk to me about their experience, I would always listen. And listen is the word, not tell. Man, that's so wonderful. That's so wonderful. Man, salute. And she was speaking on 2 weeks. When I said to her, she said 2 weeks felt like 2 years. That's something that she had to do. She had to do it, right? She had to, and she didn't want to. Can we say that? That's something that she had to do, and she didn't want to. Can we say that? And man, but I guess, and pretty quickly I said, and I have legally prepped like battle in those 2 weeks. Yeah. When she said I felt it on my soul. Yeah. Oh wait. Man, that's tough. Because It was a court order, right? Shout out to the beautiful Miss Lily. Good morning, beautiful. It was a court order, right? That's tough for me. It's very hard to have two outgoing parents when splitting, but all I wanted is the best for my two children. I'm not going to go on a woman bashing. Two, that was her decision, not my children's. No, absolutely. And this ain't even about woman bashing. I wasn't that. It was about how man is very disrespected in that court system. It's the truth. I mean, it's the truth. They are very disrespected. The police failed to keep her safe. They failed to de-escalate. Failed to keep her safe. Failed to de-escalate. Okay, shout out to Ray's bandana in the building. Failed to keep her safe. They failed to de-escalate. I'm thinking about that because I'm trying to see where that comes in to. They failed to keep her safe. How they failed to keep her safe? They failed to de-escalate. Do we know that with 100%? Baby not gonna remember, and that's the great thing. I understand. I listened to it when she was talking. That little black hole she went into for that moment. I teased one of them more face because I could understand her. Absolutely. I can understand anybody who go through that, right? I do, and it's compassion, right? But also in this case, that matters, right? Because she didn't care about nobody. If she's saying she wants to do that to herself. At that moment, as she stated, right? Do that matter? Do that matter to anybody? I want to know, do that matter? I want to know, do that matter? It mean nothing? I just want to know. Unless the man is really good at being vindictive. Yeah, no, it's vindictive man out here. Absolutely true. Very much so. Pretty Cool said, Jimmy said the best the other day. This didn't just happen all of a sudden. It built up to it basically. Mm. Well said. Oh, yes, when we was talking about the Corey Richards case. Maybe said my daughter dad's overdosed in the house along with her. Almost died, but they still wouldn't give her to me because of the picture he had. His family painted of me, and I was verbally sober for months. I agree with you, and it's so bad. And they do miss out, right? They do miss. It be total misses. And this is one of them cases right there. Be total misses, right? It be total misses. And that's one of the cases right there. I'm not saying that it don't be misses because that's a total miss. But the percentage, you know, man, it's not even close. I've been distracted by a combination of NFL pre-draft turtle, Kelsey, and the one I ran. Yeah. It's a lot going on. Maybe I've been taking breaks from this case. It's a little overwhelming for me, y'all. Yeah. A lot of reasonable doubt, right? Convicted him. Him and Corey got so much more reasonable doubt, and they both got convicted. Am I lying? Shout out to the Prince of Wales in the building. Zach, what's poppin'? Am I lying, y'all? I'm just saying. Exactly how I felt postpartum. Yeah, a lot of them. I mean, she said, not you. It's a real thought for someone in crisis mode. Agreed. This is okay. My new partner, we just had a baby a couple of years ago, and she had, I can't think of the word because it was her first child. She had one, it was hard, but it was good. I think it's postpartum, like they said. Is it postpartum? I probably would have done the same, but the police probably would have done their jobs and prevented me from attempting it. Yeah. Shout out to the beautiful love, Marie. How beautiful people. I missed all of yesterday. I think it's okay to say in here that's the depression. Sad's got me, but I'm rallying today. Absolutely. Yeah, the cops created the conditions for the chaos. Really? We know that for sure? Do we know that for sure? Because I keep going back to it. She didn't want to abide by the order. Oh, no, for sure. Like, I want everybody to be able to express their opinions, right? Do we know that for sure? She lied about the gun. She said she wanted to kill herself. Yeah? The cops created a perfect environment of danger and escalation. Do we know that for sure? Maybe B. Do we know that for sure? Do we know that for sure? I mean, do we know that for sure? I think he rules right away after they are done. I just had this feeling. That's what the lawyer, said. He said, if not today, it'll be early in the tomorrow morning. Right? Everyone was out smashing her, but at the same time, there was bashing the police. The whole system needs to change. The system don't work for the people today. Yeah. Police need to start policing themselves. Agreed. Come on, it's Christina coming in. I went through it. My 4-month-old baby kept from me unrightfully for 2 weeks. Definitely understand that. Definitely understand that. But I just can't get over the fact that she said she wants to do that to herself. That's answer for me. It's training and psychology. They're involved in the most delicate human situations. True. They did not de-escalate for shit. They did the opposite. Do we know that for sure? Do we know that for sure? Charlie in the building. Maybe it was just in my state, but being a mother didn't mean shit because my daughter's father played dirty. And I believe 100%. 100%. I just know, right, that man get did dirty. And I know the situation happened, but she created that situation. What do you mean going the wrong way, Charlie? What do that mean? She created that situation. Is that true or not true? No, it's cool, Miss Lily. I just appreciate you being here. She created the situation, true or not true? Or did the police create the situation? I just want to know who created this. And Miss Lily said, I'm saying, who created the situation? I want to know that, y'all. I just want to know who created it. I think Kelsey did, right? Who wrongdoing? I don't know. That's for the judge to decide. But me, I'm looking at this like I get it. Massachusetts has been crazy. Yeah, like Miss Lily said, she created. Massachusetts has been crazy. I get it. I know we mad at that judge who put her in jail because, being an asshole when the probation officer was happy to let her, wait. I get it. But she created the situation. We have nonprofits and legal aid set up here just for men who get did dirty, but when the women get did dirty because the man played dirty, there's no help. My daughter dad was adjusting. I'm sorry about that, Mary B. So sorry. Laura Marie said, Mary, we as kids stayed silent for so long as scared of my dad as my mom was. Still don't think my brothers ever talked. I'm 40 plus and still affected. So sorry about that. Miss Lady said, good morning, good morning, Miss Lady. We see you. I know you said that earlier. The most dangerous adversary is somebody who is scorned, vindictive, and knows how to weaponize courts. Oh, wait. Oh. But what about I know this ain't coming to court, but I just want to talk about what she did while they was, what she did while they was, on their bachelorette and bachelor party. We know what she did. We know what she did, right? I'm just being honest. Like, we know what she did. Like, let's be honest. She ain't no saint in this. We know what she did. Right? Do we know what she did? She was slapping up some people and everybody, right? I'm just saying. In fact, I can tell you that I probably think the same thing as Kelsey and what I've done it, but officials did their job and prevented the escalation. All right? But you didn't lie about not having no gun. You didn't do that, Mary B. You know, it's two stories, his and hers. She lied about having a gun. You know, she said she wanted to get rid of herself, and so happy she's here today. But you didn't have no gun. Agreed, Aaron, and I add to that someone who has no shame. I get it. Race Montana was popping. People who hold the kind of evil vindictiveness in their heart that you could never imagine using is always going to have the advantage over you. Good morning, beautiful Kayla. When I think of it, that's true, 100%. That's true, 100%. I agree and concur, Mary B. But the one thing I can't get over is she didn't abide by the court order. She created that situation. She created that situation, right? And I get that. You 100% correct. And this ain't being hard. I'm happy. She was looking beautiful on that stand. She looked like she got everything together now. That is wonderful, right? And I don't want her to be convicted. That's not I don't want that. But it ain't about if I want it or not. It's just, I know the difference, right? Like, it's a cold game. It's a cold game, and I don't want to make it about men or women, but it's a cold game. I just want y'all to know it's a cold game. Maybe say, like imagine had the situation been de-escalated by the police like it was supposed to. Yeah, you can't say that. That is a lot of truth and validity to that. 100%. 100%. But in reality, right, de-escalating something, it's something that you have to do, right? But de-escalating something is something that you have to do, right? Absolutely. But if I'm being objective, if I'm looking at him, right? You don't, if he said the gun was pointing at him, right? If he said that, like she's saying what she's saying, he's saying what he's saying, so how would you react? They both agreed it clicked. How would you react? He left her alone in the room. Is that, I mean, that's up to the judge to believe in everybody else, but I don't know. I don't know if it's believable or not. I don't know. I don't know. And you said they didn't secure any firearms. Yeah, absolutely they didn't. And they are at fault for that, right? They are at fault for that. But they're not at fault for her lying and saying it wasn't there and it was really there. That's just me being honest, right? But they are wrong too. They are wrong. They didn't do their job correctly, right? But I understand, like what I understand about cases now, right? This is what I understand about cases. You don't have to have 100% you believe. You have to have just moral certainty, right? That's what I understand now. You got to have moral certainty that that person was capable of doing it, right? So I understand when we say reasonable doubt now, reasonable doubt don't mean it got to be 100% reasonable doubt. You can have reasonable doubt, but the judge can also convict with moral certainty. Now, is it reasonable doubt? Yeah, I see reasonable doubt. Absolutely. I'm not going to lie to y'all. But what I learned, now since I'm going to start doing a lot of these cases, and I hope y'all rock with me, right? I learned that moral certainty means something too. You don't have to have 100%. That you just have to have moral certainty that that person did that. The beautiful Mary said they didn't try to calm her down. Do we know that for sure? Do we know that for sure? Do we? I think if that particular situation had been de-escalated, of course she wouldn't be here now. But Justin seems to be the type who would have tormented her for years, trying to break her down. Is Justin an asshole? Yeah. Was Kelsey an asshole? Yeah. So they can go both ways, right? I think about this. I ain't saying that she couldn't have took her baby to New Hampshire, right? But she just totally discarded how he felt about that. Is that right? Yeah, it's her baby, but it's his baby too. Is that right? For her totally disregarding his feelings on her taking that baby to New Hampshire, especially after what we know now, is in hindsight, is that right? For her to just say, F you. I'm going to take this child no matter what you think. I don't care if you're the daddy. Is that right? Like, is that right, y'all? No compassion for his feelings? Man, my boy Zach in the building. And Justin runs a nonprofit that helps people use the courts for their advantage. What do you mean by he run a nonprofit by using the courts for their advantage? To their advantage. So you're saying he doing something illegal? I'm just saying, is he doing something illegal? As far as the court was concerned, he could do no wrong. I could have played dirty, but that's just not in me. When you say he could do no wrong, we remember the episode that she had on that trip. Y'all give me 1 second. Please don't go nowhere, y'all. Please. My shots are pretty kooky. Y'all, please, if y'all can't share this for me, please, man, y'all rock with your guy. Ray from Dallas, man. And look, rock with Pretty Kooky. This is like the most beautifulest, and I'm not gaslighting, that I done heard. Check this out, y'all.
refrain through cracked window panes. It calls my name. The clock ticks slow. Its echo stays. Each moment drags, then slips away. Blue, blue curtains are hiding all my pain. Blue, blue curtains are dancing in the rain. Blue, blue curtains keep the shine far away. Blue, blue curtains won't let me escape. The walls close in, shadows stretch along. Night wears a mask where dreams don't belong. A bird once sang, now silent it lies. The sky holds no stars, just clouded sighs. The pain's a prison, the glass cuts deep. Eyes wide open, yet I can't sleep. Blue, blue curtains are hiding all my pain. Blue, blue curtains are dancing in the rain. Blue, blue curtains keep the shine far away. Blue, blue curtains won't let me escape. Oh, if I could tear 'em down, let the light pour through. But they hang like chains, stitched with sorrow's hue. Every fold whispers secrets I can't erase. Every thread pulls tighter, leaving no space.
Shout out to Pretty Kooky. And like the other Mary B, she said, hey, Zach, because look, Zach just turned us up. He said, Ray trying to get us riled up at 6 a.m. Man, I appreciate you to death. My boy Zach, a.k.a. Prince of What. I promise you, I'm not in, hold up. Let me turn my guy up first, and then I'm finna turn the beautiful Laura Arnado up. First, let me turn you. I gotta turn my boy Prince of Wales up. That was my first turn. I appreciate you, fam. Let me turn you. I gotta turn you up real quick. Man, hold up. Y'all like that new one? I mean, I just want to be a little more creative. Shout out to my guy Steve Moore. I'm in the business. I ain't through. Look, I'm finna, let's do that gangster lean now. Prince of Wales, a.k.a. Mr. Zach, you turn me up. Let's do that gangster lean with your guy. Hold up. Man, shout out to you. And look, this ain't no channel. This is something funny, y'all. Look, I seen this, boy. Man, look, this is so funny. And then I'm finna turn the beautiful Laura A up. I love her to death.
My Yahoo, my Yahoo, my Yahoo, my Yahoo, my Yahoo.
Hold up. No, it's just so funny to me. But hey, the beautiful Laura Arnado just turned me up, right? Let's turn up, because she turned me up. Let's turn her up. Man, so I love you, man. Y'all have a good day, all right, my boy? All right. Look, man, look, y'all. Look. Oh, I ain't done. Hold up. Let me turn the beautiful Laura. Oh, no, we ain't done with her.
I ain't never represent, baby. I ain't do no wrong. I can clean up good for you. Oh, I know right from wrong. Yes, I want it, baby. Me, that's baby.
Yo, you gotta chill, man.
Man, now me and the beautiful Miss Laura Arnado, now Miss Laura Arnado. We gotta take that gangster lead. Walk with me. Gangster lead. Walk with me. Man, I love you to death, Miss Laura Arnado. I'm just playing this for y'all because I think this is so funny to me.
My yahoo, my yahoo, my yahoo, my yahoo, my yahoo.
Boy, he thought he wasn't the one. What cuz thought he was the right one. You hear me? Man, shout out to Laura Arnado, shout out to Zach. Let me turn them up one more time together. Man, yeah, and shout out to Miss Laura Marie too. She say, "Hey Ray, thanks for holding us as we keep it real." And here, y'all keep it real, man. Look, we ain't all gonna agree on nothing, and that's fine. I promise y'all that. I'm not saying talk that shit to me. If you ain't feeling how I'm coming, tell me. We just having a conversation. The beautiful Mary B said, you know one thing the police did say to me during stressful moments, I'm sorry. I know it's painful, etc. You know, sympathy. And I'm glad that they did that for you, Mary B. And that's great, right? You know, they held the baby. He was rocking the baby, and you know, they come to deliver the court order, right? Hold up. Well, she did it again. Oh my God. Hold up, we finna turn you up. Let's go with this funny one first. This is funny, y'all. I like this turn up.
My yahoo, my yahoo, my yahoo, my yahoo, my yahoo.
Hold up, we ain't done. Turn up. Yeah, man, yeah. I'm just doing, you know, man, I love y'all to death, man. And look, I ain't done yet. Look, now, I just want y'all to see this if y'all ain't seen this, right? This is my little new intro. Shout out to Pretty Cookie. She made this song down here too. Man, y'all know how I do. Y'all know how I do. I'm on that bullshit again. Let me tell y'all a little story about me. In the boxing world, my name is Mr. IOTBA. The acronyms for IOTBA is the undeniable. Hold up, Mr. D boys can't
You a
touch me.
daisy if you do. Bet I ain't got shit to prove. Boo does go tooth, Lil Bruce, smile sharp enough to choose. Bang, bang, right through your cool. Walking like a rumor with a pulse. Lip curl sweeter than your cold. My eyes say try me and you freeze like salt. Got your huggle. You wanted that smoke, I'm the whole damn stack. Got your huggle. Step up, I'll clear the room. You're a daisy if you do. You're a daisy if you do.
R-U-L.
All laces in my hand, better bag. Tongue sharp like a tag, hit a click, clack. You wanted that heat, now it's time to meet the sun. No shade, just black. Walk slow, silver in my lap. Halo, crooked heart attack. Say your piece, talk that trash. I turn every word to glass. Cut deep.
Oh shit, it's your boy Style today. I'm touching down from that 2-1 boat, and I'm on that bullshit again. I'm on that bullshit today, right? Y'all know how I do. Y'all know how I do. I was scrolling up my articles, and what do I see? So see, y'all know how I do. Y'all know how I do. I must address the bullshit. R-U-L. Truth.
Hold up. Shout out to the beautiful Laura Arnado. Hold up. The beautiful, the other Mary B. She turned me. Y'all know I gotta turn up for my dog. Y'all know how I'm coming behind her. Especially by that about that spider monkey transformer looking shut your mouth. Y'all know how I'm coming by your bitter existence, but she must stop playing. Yeah, Earth eating ass. Big. Hold up. Turn up for Mary. Hold up, Mary B. Do that gangster lean with me. Hold up. Now this is a funny one. I like Mary B.
My Yahoo, my Yahoo, my Yahoo, my Yahoo, my Yahoo.
Man, hold up. Man, salute. Love you to death on that. And look, I'm just saying. And hold up. It's like Ray is just exploring an avenue of thoughts. No worry. Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's it. Is this how they treat somebody who, according to them, is in a volatile mental health state? Well, I don't know if the person lied about having a gun. I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, Kelsey created the scene. You know, she took an oath, right? And I'm not saying she's guilty. I'm just telling y'all, she created the scene. She took an oath to be a police officer, right? So she know the rules and regulations. But she didn't want to abide by it. I mean, is that honest? Is that a yes or no? So where does it start then? I think it's a shout to Laura. She says, so where does it start then? It's important to look at the root. Maybe some cops want to de-escalate but didn't know how or thought they were doing the right thing based on their training. We would never know because it's about who you believe, Noonan, or you believe Kelsey. Is it people? I look at it. Is it you don't believe Noonan? You don't think that it was a gun pointed towards him, or you just believe Kelsey because there's sympathy there? Because I'm just asking. And like Miss Lily said, she created the situation. She created the situation. That's the truth. And look, just because she created the situation don't mean she's guilty, but that's a big factor. The cop did first by forcing his foot in the door. Forcing his foot in the door. Forcing his foot in the door. Forcing his foot in the door when they got to go in. It's just hard for me to take that right there. None your business. The cop did first by forcing his foot in the door. They told her outside what they was there to do. Shout out to the beautiful Charlie. She shouldn't have been allowed to create it. How you know that she was gonna create? Could we go off of her state of mind and know that she was gonna create that situation? Can we just say that to the T? The beautiful Charlie? Could we? So she shouldn't have been allowed to create the situation. Oh my. Who? Oh my. Charlie. I like she shouldn't have been allowed to create it. And look, respect to Kelsey. So this is no shot, but Kelsey's not a toddler. That was a grown ass woman. You know, like this Kelsey, a grown woman, and I'm just being honest, like real time. And look, but she and look, like I said, I'm just looking at both sides because, like, we done talked about Noonan and how what he did. Now it's able to talk about Kelsey and what she did and how she reacted, like, right? So, and we did that. We went over, I grilled Noonan. Y'all seen that? Grilled him. Gave him the business. Right? Because I don't like when police don't do their job. And it's something that's could be questionable. They went in with the intent to declare her unstable and section her. They went in with the intent to declare her unstable and section her. They did, or did the court tell them to go get the baby, the beautiful Mary B? Did they do it, or did the court tell the police, go get that baby? Give it to the daddy. No matter how we feel about the daddy, the court ordered them to go do that. And be honest, she didn't like it. But as a police officer, she know the oath. And her do is we gonna hold her to that standard, or we gonna say she went bonkers. I'm just being honest. This is no shot. This is just talking about her testimony now. Because it was some stuff in her testimony when she said she didn't want to be selfish and do it in front of the police. What? Excuse me? You didn't want to be selfish and do it in front of the police? I was mind-boggled when I heard her say that. You want to do it when nobody was looking? And like they asked the lawyer, well, then why you didn't wait for them to leave? And I'm glad she didn't do it, but why she didn't wait for them to leave? And this is just me going over her testimony. We went over Noonan's, right? Why she didn't wait for them to leave? They said, because she knows she wouldn't have had a gun there. Really? Is that what we're doing? It ain't easy to go get a gun. What was we doing? What was we doing? I'm just like, what's we doing? I'm just going over her testimony. Shout out to the beautiful Jordan. Shout out to Lamenter's Lounge. Really? That's what we're doing? It's easy to get a gun. Easy. She didn't want them to see because she didn't want to be selfish. What? Hello? What did you say, ma'am? Oh my God. When I heard that, I was like, oh my God. And well, shout out to the beautiful Erica, right? Oh my God. We had such a great time. And we got questions yesterday. Man, I love Erica to death, man. Oh, she is such a beautiful person on the outside and inside, man. Love her to death. We had such a great time over there yesterday, right? And trust me, you know, like, you know, even though I know people got the right to their own opinion, but the thing is, you don't want to rile another chat up, right? You want to keep it positive because that's the way, you know, everybody feeling over there, right? So yeah, wanted Kelsey to be cool, calm, and collective. You know, I was watching it because I couldn't wait to come back over here, but it was so great. And I advise everybody because she is going to be doing the trial today. Man, we had an awesome time over there. Awesome. Please, she going live soon. Everybody, like, come show, man, up and we got quit, man. Erica is just the truth, and I love and appreciate her to death, man. And I thank her to death too, right? And she's such a beautiful soul. Oh, she's such a beautiful soul. And that the interview I had with her, man, it was just so great because I'm a curious person, right? Curious. Like even with Mary B, right? Like great about interviews that I'm holding with me, right? Because I'm a very curious person and I'm very meticulous with the way I try to ask questions, right? And, you know, when you're talking to two beautiful souls on the outside and inside, like them ladies, right? You know, they get to you and make you emotional, right? And, man, I advise everybody to go subscribe to Mary B. I advise everybody to go please show up and show out. Erica chat today. And y'all know I'm gonna be in there saying, hello, beautiful people. Make sure, if you're new here, make sure you don't forget to hit that like, share, and subscribe button. The beautiful Erica appreciates you all. Heart. Yup. Mm-hmm. Mary B say, after she spent how many hours at the station with those same people, totally fine. I ain't saying nothing fine. I'm just saying it's like you got to look at both situations. Ain't nothing ever fine because you can look at hoes on her side and on their side, and you can look at hoes on her side. So absolutely no, ain't nothing ever totally fine. And the beautiful Miss Lily, Justin created the scenario, but the police created the situation. And shout out to the beautiful Miss Lily, right? The beautiful Miss Lily. And thank you, Jordan. I appreciate that. Miss Lily, I totally 100% disagree with you on that. The courts ordered, it's a difference between order and creating a situation. The courts ordered that scene that she was unfit, and this is just the truth, and the papers to come get that baby. And when they was doing that, she created that situation. And I say that respectfully, Miss Lily. Naughty Dog said, hopefully in this situation, after this situation, which has happened, the police will handle it completely different and look at how they do handle a bit of a tongue twister. Absolutely. You know, they got to learn from this, like both sides, Kelsey and the police. But again, I speculate, yeah. I'm going to apologize. My voice says it's not. No, they coming clear. I understand what you're saying. The police went in with a plan to get her involuntary sexing. Oh, wait. 100%, Mary B? Beyond a reasonable doubt, they did that? 100% beyond a reasonable doubt. The police went in with a plan to get her sexing, to get her involuntarily sexing. But if that's the case, right, then she said that she was walking everywhere she wanted to go. I'm just telling you what she said. It's not me. They lied about their plan too when asked in court. What plan was that? Not your business. I'm sorry, I don't know. That has nothing to do with it. I'm sorry, Huckleberry. But whatever happened that day was nothing to do with whatever happened to her June 30th. Of her getting shot. Or you talking about with the curly hair lady? Now, if you're talking about her with the curly hair lady, I just need to tell me who you're talking about, and can you just elaborate a little more? The beautiful Kayla Jones, I know you were here. Kelsey never lied about having a gun. She has lied about where they were at because in her mind, she at the moment felt she had nothing to live for. Everything was taken from her, but it wasn't. That's not true. Everything wasn't taken away from her. That's not respectfully. I respectfully disagree. And tell me if you feel like I'm wrong. And everybody tell me if I'm wrong. Everything wasn't taken from her. At the moment, but not forever. Everything wasn't taken away from her. She had plenty to live for, right? Plenty. And I get it, Charlie. And hey, please tell me. I want to know. Tell me how I'm wrong. Talk that shit to me. Right? She had everything to live for. Everything. And once again, she know the oath of the law. She didn't want to abide by the court order. I know we could say she had a mental case, and I'm not, y'all can say that, but also she didn't abide by the court order. How are they going in with a plan to section somebody but not secure them and secure every firearm they arm and then let her move around the room freely? Now, with you saying that, I'm hearing two different stories, right? But let's just say if they did let her roam around freely, right? Just say if they did. That was every opportunity for her, right? Was there every opportunity for her to do what we glad she didn't do? Did she have every opportunity? I'm just asking. I'm asking y'all. I'm just asking. Did she have every opportunity? If she's saying that they let her roam around, or she say she just snapped, or is it she just snapped? I'm asking. Or is it she just snapped? Right? But then I'm thinking, thought come from thinking, right? It do. And if they let her roam around, why she didn't say, "Oh, let me go back here and do this"? I'm just being unbiased. I'm just going over her testimony, right? I'm not saying. I'm just being unbiased. We did Noonan like this. The police are not supposed to believe the subject of a role. They're not supposed to believe. So, and I'm gonna get to that. You don't think if they let her roam freely, okay, so just say they didn't want to treat her like a criminal. If it's true, they let her roam freely, right? If it's true, right? What if they didn't want to treat her like a criminal? How would y'all feel if y'all, if they was, what if they didn't want to treat her like, she said they let her roam freely, and if they did that, do that mean that they didn't want to treat her like a criminal because she was a police officer? I'm just asking questions, that's it. Yo, Maida and YouTube found liable for addictiveness. I seen that. How much was it? 6 million or 36 million? I seen that, none of your business. No one knows, as they say. It will all come out in the wash what happened, and I think it's going to backfire on the alien. And you would say the alien is the police? You said what color to get the baby, Zach, to get the baby? Prince of Wales? Yeah, me too. I'm with you. That's what it is. Prince of Wales said her testimony was fantastic, very believable, and luckily for her, the worst cross-examination I've ever seen. He said the worst cross-examination he ever seen. I didn't see it like that. Everybody on here, press 1 if you think it was like a really bad cross. If you think it didn't do what you wanted it to do. He said, I'm not this user, so I can stop anytime I want. You too, man. And all cops respond to, they should never take either party's word on anything. True. Weirdly enough, Noonan saved her life. True. It's outrageous they just took her word and didn't secure the firearm. Is that outrageous? Oh, Miss Laura Arnotto said 1. Whew. Hey, I understand. Is it outrageous? They just took her word, y'all. Do y'all think that's outrageous? They took one of their fellow officers' word because they want to show some respect. Remember, thin blue line. I'm asking, Mary B, is it outrageous? Thin blue line, respect. Do y'all think they was trying to show her respect if she said they let her walk around the house? Whew, Jordan said 1. Whew, y'all, I feel y'all. Nunez had a hair across his arms were why is a bona fide mystery. You think so? I don't know. If they had the best intentions for her, why not go when her mother's there? Why not sit them both down and explain to them step by step who a social worker? It's not a mother's child. Just to be honest, right? I'm not saying they couldn't have did that, and that's a great point you made, but that's not the mother of the child. Her mother, that ain't her business. It's her. That's Kelsey is her daughter, but that ain't her business of the police coming in to get that baby unless it was her baby. Yeah. I feel you, Lord. May it be the truth. Like, right? Is that true? Can we press one if it's not her mother business? Like that's a great statement. I agree with you. They could have did that. But can we press one if it's not her mother's business for the police to sit her down? I'm just asking. Yeah, he said he walked back into the room, but then he said he didn't leave the room. Yeah. You know, him and Kelsey, well, you know, what we knew about this case, they was in a traumatic, right, episode to where they seen a mom do something horrendous to her child, and then she did something to herself, right? 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 Is we taking that into account too? No, I seen Mark Bedero and Ronco. Shout out to them. I mean, hey, they the lawyers, right? They know better than I do. I'm just really looking at this, and you know, like cops should have never assumed the subject of a row is telling the truth. They shouldn't. Not their own fellow police officer. Because I see, I know I see police officers when they have to do something to somebody, they don't even put them in handcuffs. They'll just take them to jail. So, like, it's hard to say, Mary B. Hard to say. Lois said she agreed. I said she disliked her before he shot her. Why you say that? Not your business. How do we know that? Is that a fact? Do we know that it's fact? Can we take that as fact? I'm saying. Not know it as fact. Can we take that as fact to where it's evidence out her he didn't like her before he shot her? Press 1, yes. Press 2, no. Is it evidence out her that he didn't like her before he shot her? If yes, press 1, no, press 2. Ms. Lee said you have to believe he left her alone in the room, because if you don't, that officer that's highly trained as he claims to be is the most incompetent officer I've ever encountered. Ooh. Now, incompetent. Ugh. Ugh. And I see how some people, it's a lot of people feel like you, Miss Lily. So, it's a large percentage feel like that. But they knew exactly how many she had because the law, her social security first. Huh? Okay. So, no, she's like, I just can't get over, right? She said that they let her walk around freely. So is that getting treated like a criminal? Like they let her walk around freely, so is that, I know what the situation happened. We know what happened, but is that admirable? If that's true what she stated, that they let her walk around free, is that admirable? maybe say in this situation, Kelsey is a civilian and they have failed her. They failed her. Let me think about that. Failed her. Now when you say failed her, it's hard for me to agree with that. And I'm not just trying to disagree. I'm just looking at failed her, right? Or did she fail to cooperate and abide by the order? It's we and that's what stands out to me. Not that she's guilty, but she is guilty of not abiding by the order. Like I know, it's, like you say, in this situation, Kelsey is a civilian, and they failed her. They failed her, or did she not abide or want to abide by the courts? I'm just, it's hard for me to say that Kelsey is a civilian and they failed her. No, she wasn't just a civilian. She was still a police officer, and she knew the oath. Not saying that it's not going to go in her favor. It's just a lot of questions by looking at this, right? And especially with, like, you know how everybody, you know, like, and I hate going back to the Corey Richards, but it was so much reasonable doubt in that case. Press 1 if y'all thought Corey Richards was guilty. It was so much. And it's not just about reasonable doubt. You don't have to be 100% certain. That's what I learned out of that case. It got to be a means. It got to be a means. And to be honest, Kelsey was feisty, wasn't she? Wasn't she whooping everybody's ass over there? What happened? Was she whooping sister-in-law ass? Was she whooping on Justin? Was she beating up best friend? And was she doing that? I know that's been coming to the case. I'm just speaking in hindsight. Like, because we're just talking about her now. Obviously, because, Charlie, obviously, right? Because if it wasn't a fact, right, them 2 weeks, the judge believed it for them 2 weeks to, I think, is that the time it happened? When they got back for them 2 weeks, right? To, or it was a part of a bunch of stuff that the judge believed to order that child. To order that child to Justin. Zach said if Justin was truly concerned for his son's safety, he would have taken him at the park when they planned to meet there. Kelsey looked like one of them ones, right? She a police officer too, so do you think now he had a reason not to want to meet at the park? I mean, I know he was fouling that thing to get it to go through, but don't it make sense now? He didn't meet her at that point? Don't it make sense now? I'm just asking. Like, I heard she was over there whooping ass over there at that bachelor. I'm talking about slapping up everybody. Him too. Maybe he said every move Justin shows he was not worried about the baby. Meaning, what do you mean by that? The beautiful Lois said cops were lazy. The beautiful Kayla said like she would make a getaway. Now she wanted out of this world. Losing her son was so painful. You know that feeling, right? But ours was permanent in her head at the moment, that time. Yeah, and we do know that feeling. And I spoke about that earlier. But hers wasn't permanent. It wasn't permanent. Hers wasn't permanent. And now in reality, hers wasn't permanent, right? She didn't want to follow the order. I know everybody could say, oh, but he was wrong, right? He was wrong. Well, go tell a judge that the judge ordered it, right? In her head at the time, yeah. I get it, Kayla, but I get it with us, and my condolences to you, because we know, and anybody else who been through that situation of losing a baby, we know. But we said in her head at the time, right? No. In her head at the time, they thought you was going to court in 2 weeks. In 2 weeks. In 2 weeks. Like, she didn't want to oblige with the order. Let's be honest. She didn't want to oblige with the order, and I'm sad for what happened to her. But she felt privileged, y'all. That was a privileged move. She should have abided by the order. Men have to do it. She should have abided by the order. She just should have. That's just the truth. Beyond a reasonable doubt and to a moral certainty per message. Exactly. But it don't have to always be beyond a reasonable doubt. Like, it just have to be with more. And the straight up contradictions of Nuna's testimony. Yeah. But he said she pointed a gun at him. We're going to disregard that because we saying we just don't believe him. That's what he said. And she agreed it clicked, but she just said she had it pointing, you know, to her. You know what she said she had it pointing to. Right? Yes, right. They didn't tell Kelsey what to expect. That next half hour just told her to pack up 2 weeks and lose your dog. Charlie, she knew what was going on when they got there. She knew it. They told her they got to get the baby. And they had to take the dog. Okay. It was a court order. She should have obliged right? And just not being insensitive. She said when they did that, she wanted to do something to herself. Then she didn't do it because she didn't want to feel selfish. Well, you could have waited till they left. And we're glad that she didn't do that. But ain't that the truth, though? Zach said, I don't believe Noonan had it in for her. I just think he saw the weapon and panicked. See, now listen to this, y'all. He saw the weapon. See, now this is great right here, what Zach just said. He saw the weapon. He's saying panicked. What would you do if you see a weapon and it clicks? We don't know what she was doing. The cops should have followed through with getting their firearms. You just don't believe a suspect or person in that situation. She wasn't a suspect, right? She wasn't a suspect. That's a thin blue line. Just say if she said that they let her walk freely, right? You have a thin blue line where you treat your brothers and sisters in that law enforcement field with respect. If she said they let her walk around now, right? And she was allowed to go out of state. She's allowed to travel. He wasn't trying to see that baby. He didn't show very much fight back. He went the court route after she said she was going. What's wrong with that? Brand new baby, she just got the rights. Oh, just go. Right? Oh, man. Just go. We to get, I don't feel with the little baby going up there. Just go. I could just go. Forget you, man. I had this baby. Well, I put it in your stomach. That means nothing. Yeah, you carried it. But ain't that our baby? That's not okay for him to want to disagree with. And I said, and tell me, Kayla, tell me if I'm wrong. Talk your shit to me. That's not okay. I know that was from earlier. But is that okay for him? For Tim to tell her, I have a problem with that. That's not okay, y'all. I know I'm late on these comments, but I want to go down every one of them. Is that okay, y'all? Is that okay? Just totally disregarding them. F you, Father. I'm going anyway. See, can y'all, is that a yes or no? Please, ladies and gentlemen, yes or no? Is that okay for her to just say, F you, I'm taking this baby anyway? Can I just want to know, is that okay for women, for you women, for her to just disregard his feelings? I'm asking. That's okay. Oh, my. Oh, my. So now, do you think that's okay for her to just take the baby and disregard his feelings about it? If they're not together, yeah. If they're not, was they together? Well, then she said, because I heard her saying, Trump, I couldn't believe my fiance just broke up with me that day. That day, right? Y'all won't answer my question? Is that okay for her to just be like, F you, I'm taking this baby. I don't care about what you say, Father. That's okay, y'all. Is that okay? What'd you say, Charlie? They look. I did hear that they was talking about it. He said he didn't want her to go. That's not okay to me. Mr. said, yeah, but he knew that she had to go to work. He totally disregarded the fact and probably was envious that she was going back to work. I don't know. I get the miles vibe from her like she wouldn't hurt a fly. I could be wrong. Once she beating up some broads and him, I'm saying somebody tell me, I heard she turned to Wonder Woman. Though she was Mike Tyson, Manny Pacquiao punching them. That's what I heard over there at the Bachelorette and Bachelorette Party. Am I wrong? Oh, Prince West said, yes, she is the mom. Oh, so that's why I say it again. Father has no rights. That's how it is 99% of the time in the court. Yeah, I heard she was beating up some bitches. Donovan, I heard she was getting at him. Is that how it played out, though, right? Justin wasn't responding. Hadn't seen the baby for 2 days. She was trying. Well, this is the thing right here. He was unhappy with her doing it. So obviously, in my opinion, she was adamant about doing it. So Justin probably said, you know what? She ain't respecting me, and I'm the daddy of this baby. So can we say that too? Can we say that too, Charlie? Like, do that make sense? Like, he stopped talking because she was so adamant. No, this is my baby. You can't tell me what I did. I can't. Women love to say that to men. This is my baby. I carried it in my stomach for 9 months. Really? This is your baby, huh? Ugh. I believe he lied in the ex parte motion, so yeah. I thought she was going to New Hampshire for a few days. He didn't want her to, Miss Lois. He didn't want the baby to go. And she said she was going to go anyway. Disregard his feelings. She disregarded the daddy's feelings. But people mad at him for going after she disregarded him for a young baby. Ain't caring her, his feelings. It's all about me, her. I'm just saying. Evidence shows he was not scared for the baby, but claimed otherwise. I'm a court order. So if that's illegal, and she said she wanted to kill us. So we don't. Just by what I know, I'd be scared for the baby too if I was him. Not saying that she guilty, right, of what happened to her. Shout out to the beautiful Dusty Rose. Not saying she guilty. Not saying that. But if I was him, knowing what I know now, I would have been scared too. Honest opinion. But too, probably because we have been done dirty by lies. I just hate the arrogance of well-connected families. Yeah, this was rather pretty cookie. My dog, I know this lady say my dog, he said Ray trying to get us riled up at 6 a.m. now. I ain't trying to get y'all riled. I just, he said you go in as the honest person relying on the court to do the right thing, and then no. So we 100% Press 100. Press 1 if you 100% Justin lied to the courts. Press 2 if no. But press 1 if you believe 100% he lied to the courts. Press 2 if you don't. After trying to silence someone on charges. Yeah, it's the early crowd, KDD. Salute. Steve, I know I'm late. Salute. I'm up. Oh, it's definitely terrifying. Oh, it's terrifying as shit, Mary B. I agree, it's terrifying. On both ends, though. On both sides, though. Did it to Karen and did it to Kelsey, and they were innocent. So why would the CWB and the business of silencing innocent folks? What did they actually do? Like to Kelsey? You talking about when that lady put her back in jail? Or you talking about when she got shot? So yeah, because yeah, it was fucked up. The lady put her back in jail. I agree with y'all. Don't beat me up. It was fucked up, right? It was fucked up. I'm 100%. But in a case like that, when you going on trial for what she on there for, you have to follow them orders. Yeah, you can bring the probation officer in, right? You can bring the probation officer in, right? And they can say this and that, but still under the judge. And was the judge wrong? I mean, the police officer said she tried to kill her. That's why we're at trial now. Right? Do that make sense? Does that make sense though? Like, I hope it do. No, Shabisa, I have a boxing question, right? Does being ambidextrous give a boxer an advantage? Let me look up the definition of ambidextrous. So I'll give you that right answer so I can know exactly what it means. Let me see what that means. Refers to the ability to use both hands with equal skill. A rare trait found in about 1 in 100 people provides advantages in sports and manual tasks. So that question was, I have a boxing question, right? Does ambidextrous boxers give a boxer an advantage? So I would say no, because on the definition on here, 1 in 100 people will be that equal skill to be ambidextrous. So, yeah, thank you for making me look that up. Boy, look at that business. Hold up. I got my Amazon notebooks for the names you're going to give me right. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You say, love the show, they say, oh, I love you so much. Very handsome and somewhere knowing that's your business. Although I do miss Ray calling me beautiful. Yeah, I forgot. Look, y'all, look, I did forget. Like, I ain't lying because, look, you got to understand. Oh, shit. Man, oh shit. Oh, I remember that shit. I'm sorry. Look, I'm good. Oh my God. Cause like, oh man. Cause I ain't know who was man or women on there. I'd be like, what's up the beautiful nuts of business? Then I found out, you know, oh my God, man. Oh man. Oh man. I remember that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, yeah. She's not a cop in the situation though. Yes, she is. I mean, they was taking the baby, but she still was a cop. She still know the rules. Like, we can't excuse her for that, right? Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. What you funny saying? Oh, like she still is that an excuse for her? Is we making an excuse she's not a cop in the situation though? Well, Mr. Ben says she is done being a cop, and so is Nuna. Yeah? No way she wants more of that. And, yeah, she should leave that alone. She was not under any obligation to abide by the oath in that situation. She was a civilian in that situation. Mm-mm. I don't know about that one, Mary B. I don't know. I don't know about that. Like, she know the law. Cops are supposed to stop the subject's cause from creating situations. True. I give you that. But she caused the situation. She created the situation. Like, we didn't. I agree, that's true. Georgina, everybody hoping for a not guilty book. What about what about Officer Noonan? I don't like him. But what if she really had that gun pointed towards his noggin? What if that's the truth? Kelsey did so good. I was happy. The hot mic caught when Brado said he was so proud of her. Sorry, I'm going out of turn with the discussion, but I have a meeting. Each one just want to say how I love you to death, Laura. I love you so much. You can see him put his foot in the threshold before he moves his mouth. That's what I remember from watching it a bunch. Oh, okay. Either she is a civilian subject or an RO, or she's a police officer who knows better. They have it both ways. I mean, she knew better. Basically, she knew better, Mary. She knew better. She knew better. You said my dad said that, and he was a cop. He said, poor Noonan. She knew better. Not saying she's guilty in this situation, but she knew better. She did. She knew better. We is turn the cheek of this woman not knowing better. She knew better. Just like Alan Jackson said, you knew better not to go in that house, Jennifer McKay, because you knew better. Right? Ain't that what Alan Jackson told Jennifer McKay? They basically get the foot in and keep moving so that you don't have time to say, don't enter. But she opened the door, came out, then they walked in. She made contact. She made contact with them. I'm highly critical of police, and I have police in my family. I know what a good job cops look like. Yeah, I get it. The court said, get the baby. They said, we're going to section her. The order didn't say section her. Well, so section her, like, is I mean, I don't know. I actually thought that was such an honest comment. Charlie Rachel said, no, it's not easy to get a gun. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's easy. Know somebody who knows somebody. Easy does it. Postpartum depression is no joke. Agreed. Agree 100%. But PPD didn't come in this trial, right? Or correct me if I'm wrong. It's not easy and okay. If you don't think so, Charlie, it's their obligation to secure the firearms, but they blame her. No, it's not blaming her. She lied. No, I mean, you can't rationalize postpartum, but it didn't come in, right? Did it come in? I don't think postpartum came in. Step one, I secure the firearms. I feel like I know her even though I never met her. She's easy to get along with. She's been responded to as a civilian, but there is blame for knowing better as a cop when the actual cops fail. The most important step. Okay, so sign, sealed, and delivered. That's it, because it was a mistake made. Like, I don't think that's just signed, sealed, and delivered. I don't think you can just do a case like that. Thank you, Jordan. Love you to death. I tend to choose my side in entrance. No, right now what I'm saying. Who you saying, Mary B? I know I'm late, but the police didn't even show her what said to the court. Okay, so we saying that they didn't show her what was there for the court, right? Is that what we saying? So my thing is, they told her, so them not showing her, is that that's sign, sealed, delivered? This was a total setup. In my opinion, Kelsey was there to do CPR and get her radio back. They didn't want her to have the radio because it would have tipped her off. Oh. They said their plan was to section her. Yeah, I heard that. Anyone can how many times on the time the story. It's on the recording, okay. This crazy person was for being chucked in an institution against their will. What institution was she getting chucked into? From what she said, I understand she could have got her radio. She texted them and said she'd get it the next day. I know people keep saying they didn't give her the radio, but I don't believe that. Okay. As he felt at the moment, I assume. Yeah. It's a bad day, not a bad life. Yeah, straight up. It's a bad day, not a bad life. And I I I just have, it's a bad day, not a bad life. That's boy, that comment right there. It's a bad day, not a bad life. Oh my God. I choose to focus on particular detail and I will not be paying for any details. Her child was taken and all she saw was a future because she knows just a family could do damage and keep her baby away. Not if she got the heart of a lion and a tiger to fight and get her baby back. She saw her friends betraying her, just not answering, colleagues marching in. With postpartum, your brain tells you it's everything. Like she's just a person in the situation. Not the cop. 3 officers went in first to cut the weapons they knew about. Justin Hayes, why did they come before saying they were checking on her because of a car accident, and the next day they do this to her? Why she park 150 miles? Why she park 150 feet from the house? Yeah, right. She should have been a good girl and listened to this. Oh, stop, Charlie. Charlie, stop. 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 Stop, Charlie. Stop, Charlie. 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 Oh, that's oh, 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 let's go, blooded. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. Oh, wee. Oh, wee. Oh, boy. Oh, that's a good one, boy. Step 1, explain the situation. Step 2, put the eyes on and secure firearm. Step 3, direct on what needs to be done and back. Okay. True. That's true. I agree. Mark don't mince his words. He just scalps. Well, y'all funny as hell. She wasn't a fellow officer in that situation. Yes, she was. She wasn't fired. They were just making her to her house. Am I wrong about that? She was still a fellow. I mean, in the beginning of the free camera room movement, Mark would talk about prosecutional skills he got from people. Oh, man. They needed to pick one civilian subject we intend to section a fellow officer. And Laura and I said, heck yeah, Ray. I'm with Mary B. I feel you. Then Justin's sister shouldn't be there either. To be a witness? Or, I mean, why not? I bet Kelsey dad is a fun to joke around with. Jess was talking about how funny he is. Shout out to the beautiful Jess Machado. Ronka and Brother Consul also said it's the worst they ever seen. Salute to them. It's the worst they ever seen. The worst. This is the worst? That's a cold statement to say, this is the worst. Police should use anything to de-escalate, mothers included. Agreed. Agreed. The mighty one, Mark B said the same. Yeah, he did. Not in this case, right? They were there on the thought of Kelsey being crazy. Does it, I mean, do evidence show that? I mean, like with her saying what she said, him wanting to get that order the way, you know, ain't that kind of believable? Right? Yeah, he did. I wonder if proper procedure would have been after the next town over handle this. My lizard brain gut tell me that. Just feelings. They may bag on the pulling the firearm and creating a situation or something, but cops are security guns, so it's hard to blame her. Okay? Do you think things would have been differently if she said they were upstairs? I don't know, because it's two stories, right? And this bench trial different. Because the judge is the juror too. So I don't know, because it's two different stories. It's murky, which will work in her favor. It's murky. What is that a fact? What? Tell me again. Okay, now what if Justin is a huge liar? Yeah. You said what if? You said what if? You said what if? Thanks to a situation like a bomb, the police are supposed to defuse said bomb. Instead, they're allowed to go out. I mean, true, but hypothetical. And I'm about to go, okay, maybe. That's why she can't show all the blame. And she'll win. You don't see. Kelsey lied about where the guns were, but Justin is totally credible. Like, what do you mean? Like, the judge ordered the baby to come with him. Cops should always act as the subject of a call is line. Yeah, true. But she didn't know that at the time. That they was coming, yeah, I mean, and then she could, yeah, oh yeah, we went over there. The judge held the cops to believe what Kelsey said. Shit. That's true. That's true. I think that was it is. It's fucked up. The big mess up, yeah. But she didn't even get to see what he said to the judge. What she knew in the moment is Justin said something so awful about her that this event is happening, and he was believed. So you think it was? So she thought Justin was thinking something that was so awful to her, right? something that's so awful to her, right? About her. That this event is happening and he was believed. Well, I'm sure when they put out an order like that, so, you know, he was believed. You know, like the court gonna have to do their work in that case to show that he was lying, but he was believed. So that means something. But that doesn't mean she believes she could win in family court. She knows the pull his family has. Oh, well, definitely, she's in trouble in family court. I mean, and she got a long way to go. But the great thing is, all she got to do is work through it. But that she gave over the child, they should have secured the guns and left. They should not have made her walk around her house grabbing clothes and everything else. I don't know. Agreed, she should have, but I'm not going to pretend that I haven't been an emotional wreck. Yeah, I agree. We all be emotional wrecks. You know, we human beings. That was an emotional wreck right there, and yeah. Double rap, yeah. Once you have seen how good, professional, compassionate, because I write, you know, busting when you see one against his instincts. Gotcha. 100%. I don't think he had it in for her, but he fucked up and is covering his ass now. Mm. Mm. But y'all keep talking about this money, right? That her family got. He didn't even have $10 to come get the child. So he had to get that. So, yeah. Oh, that was way early. I know I'm behind. Maybe she wasn't even going to go down. It wasn't going to be permanency on one side. You saying it wasn't permanent for her. I think losing her kid was permanent. It's okay for him to be mad that she want to go camping a few days. Yeah, if she ain't listening to him, if he, you know, like a young baby going like a young baby going camping, y'all. A young baby going camping. A young baby going camping, y'all. Like, is we mad at him for not wanting to let the young baby go camping? I'm just, is he mad? And I see her coming. He didn't listen to her, right? It got to be two-way street. And that's the case, probably a property with a house on it. Yeah, it has to be a two-way street. It do. And obviously, it wasn't a two-way street. I'm not saying he probably wasn't being a dick for doing it. You could obviously tell he was being a dick, or that's what everybody's saying. But I'm saying taking a young baby on a camping trip. She, like, come on, y'all. Come on. What did she do to have all those people gang up on her? I heard she was whooping ass. He didn't say no here. And why she didn't want, if he ain't seen the baby in a couple of days, right? If he ain't seen the baby in a couple of days, why was she being a dick? Why was she being a dick? I want to know. Oh, I didn't. But that's what was said. I mean, that's what was brought up. And he said, did he tell her not to go? Obviously, it was a disagreement. Obviously. And so, a young kid, y'all don't. He should have gone and babysit. He could have walked away and done what he done at the time. That wouldn't have been it. How we know what her mom said? Well, how she know? How we know she went to him? You ain't gonna see her, but how we know she didn't tell him that? How we know? I ain't saying she did. He didn't give a shit about her feelings. He didn't tell her that. He told the cops that he didn't want her to go. Okay. Ain't that the right thing to do? Kayla, you don't think so? Okay, parents separate and one wants to take the kid on vacation. As say the other parents say no, then they can't. That's true. That's true. I mean, because I know, like, you got to live a certain far away, but it has to be some type of agreement or something. Yeah, I'm telling you. My son's dad took him to Florida. I didn't like it, but what was allowed to go, it wasn't a permanent move. Yeah. How old was your son at the time, Caleb? Right? And how old was your son at the time? He was 3. That's a good age. Oh my. She said, but right, did he tell her not to go? I don't know. It would change my opinion. I think that was a disagreement that they had. That's just what I'm hearing. I know it was a disagreement. Was it about the baby, or was it just about her feelings? Man, she could rock her head, so I'm gonna try to get right on that now. She could have thought it was okay, woman. If he's scared for the baby, why did he selfishly leave and not try to protect the baby physically? You know why? Because you don't think something, then, you know, you start probably thinking that. Like, you wouldn't think that, and then you try to give it the benefit of the doubt. Then you got the right to change your mind, especially of the situation that happened. You cannot go from one situation to the next situation. He has got no evidence what she was doing, no evidence. He's just a little shithead. He's not a man. That pinned comment was my experience. I don't know if he lied, but I know he was sneaky. Yeah. Sneaking don't mean you guilty. That he did anything wrong, though, like, because he's sneaky. I think he embellished what happened and didn't tell his part of what his hands is. I'm talking about the CW silence in the voice of someone that charged him. Is they? They threw Kelsey in jail to try to force a plea deal. Do you know that for sure? They don't want a citizen talking to anybody when you're innocent. I mean, I get it. They gave Karen Reed a bail. How type of question would it be acceptable for me to quit my job and just be a competent YouTube judge? Can I live doing that? It's tough. Okay. The beautiful and yeah. Yeah, but it's the reason why he called that a whack job. He thinks he tried to shoot him. I ain't mad at that. If he think that. We didn't see her turn around and say stop. Just being honest. Man, but I salute to y'all, man. Y'all know, I think it's Ericon. Yeah, let me see. It's upcoming, so I appreciate y'all, man. I love y'all to death, man. I want y'all to know that. Man, y'all been rocking with me tough, man. And I salute y'all. Thank everybody who been in here. Everybody. In case I'm hoping for not guilty, but I'm hoping for a fair outcome. Absolutely. I wish the best for Kevin. I want to thank all y'all, man. I want y'all to know I really appreciate y'all. I don't want y'all to think that y'all ever go unappreciated. Love y'all to death. See y'all soon. Man, y'all know how I do. Y'all know how I do. I'm on that bullshit again. Let me tell y'all a little story about me. In the boxing world, My name is Mr. IOTBA. The acronyms for IOTBA is
Mr. Undeniable, hold up. Mr. These boys can't
You a
touch me.
daisy if you do. Bet I ain't got shit to prove. Boo dust, gold tooth, Lil Bruce, smile sharp enough to choose. Bang, bang, right through your cool. Walking like a rumor with a pulse. Lip curl sweeter than your cold. My eyes say try me and you freeze like salt. Got your huggle, got your huggle. You wanted that smoke, I'm the whole damn stack. Got your huggle, got your huggle. Step up, I'll clear the room. You're a daisy if you do, you're a daisy if you do.
R-U-L.
All aces in my hand, better back. Tongue sharp like a tag, hit a click clack. You wanted that heat, now it's time to meet the sun. No shade, just black. Walk, walk, walk slow. Silver in my lap. Halo crooked heart attack. Say a piece, talk that trash. I turn every word to glass. Cut deep. Got your
Oh shit, it's your boy Mr. IOTBA. I'm touching down from that 2-1 boat, and I'm on that bullshit again. I'm on that bullshit today, right? Y'all know how I do. Y'all know how I do. I was scrolling up my articles, and what do I see? So y'all know how I do. Y'all know how I do. I must address the bullshit.
R-U-L. Truth.